Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy DJ Damage, man. Damage Control Podcast, episode 14. Got the OG, man. DJ Winn. Mr. Watch Me Work. What's going on, my brother?
Man, I'm just out here, man. We're humbly working, man. That's it,
Yes,
man.
sir. Yes, sir. You're one of the most requested people to come on here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when I made a post like a couple of months before I made the podcast and just basically asking people to tap in, like, you know, who they wanted to see on here. You came up a couple times, so that's what it is, and you know that. You know what I mean? So I watched your documentary, you know what I'm saying? And I seen you came up with the Jam Pony time, and you've been to this day really like live like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of vibe when you DJ. Not a lot of DJs do that to this day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what makes you like, you know what I'm saying? Like when a DJ DJs for the crowd, right? And like they engage with the crowd, what makes you like, what motivates you? You know what I'm saying? As far as the crowd, like like to give them like the win experience, if that makes sense. Every DJ experience is different, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's just the way I came up. You know what I mean? Like my high ain't smoking weed. My high ain't drinking alcohol. When I'm in the club DJing, you know what I mean? People be like, "Damn, when you don't drink, you don't smoke." I'm like, "Nah, my high."
Yeah, I notice that every time I've seen you.
Yeah, my high is like turning the crowd up, man, giving the people the experience what they really came there for. You know what I mean? And I just always like to have the crowd interact. You know what I mean?
Right.
And create a vibe. You know what I mean?
Right.
Probably in my early years when I had a lot more energy and wasn't doing a million other things, I probably was a lot better at doing it. You know what I mean? But the more going in the music business, the more things going on. But I don't know, man. Like you said, like that Jam Pony Day shit. You know, it's funny you say that because I'm over here transferring some Jam Pony tapes for my dog Raylo right now.
Shout out to Raylo, man. 561 legend. Yes, sir.
I'm over here. Hey, Raylo got me over here transferring tapes over the CD form. I told my dog I'd do it for him, but you know,
DJ shit right there, man.
Hey,
you know what's going on.
So, you know how I go. But yeah, man, the Jam Pony style. I just really love the style, man. That's just really where I came from. As I got older, in the clubs, I kind of got away from like so much of the regulating the mic per se, and more just like turning up the crowd and letting them vibe out to the songs, cutting the music out, let them vibe out, and doing that type of thing, man. But I actually retired from DJing in the club this year.
Oh, word?
Yeah, man. I ain't really make
2020's been a fucking year, man.
yeah. I ain't really make no announcement of it. It just
You hear it here first, goddamn.
yeah. I mean, I'm still gonna do my little tour DJing. You know what I mean? I'm still gonna do some events and stuff, but actually, like going to the club and DJing, I put my 20 years in, boss. You know what I mean? Like I was DJing down there in Fort Myers and Port Charlotte, I think in January, towards the end of January, and the night was pretty good. The night ended out, and when I went out, I guess a dude got killed in the parking lot, man. And then by the time I could get my equipment, because I had to take a couple of trips. By the time I could get my equipment out there, they done had roped off the whole parking lot. So then I got stuck at the club to like 10 o'clock the next morning.
Oh no, yeah.
And the dude, God bless whoever it was, you know what I mean? Because I'm not from there. I was just a hired DJ that came down there. But,
no, of course, yeah, man.
Yeah, God bless his soul. But they just had him laying there all night long and doing their investigation and stuff. And it was that ride when I was driving back home 3 hours, man. I was just like, man,
Made you think, meditate.
Yeah, God bless me to be able to make money off music in other ways. You know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of stuff behind the scenes for a lot of different people, man. Like you'll be surprised who I do a lot of stuff for, but
that's what it is.
I'm blessed to make money doing that, man. So it was just that trip that just really made me be like, you know what, I'm finally done with it. I've been talking about it for a couple of years though.
Yeah.
But I finally, like, it was that trip and that night that just made me be like, I'm done. And then, you know, when COVID hit, it was just like, it just made it easy.
Yeah, for real.
You know, I had a couple promoters call me recently trying to book me, and it kind of felt good telling them, you know, I hung that part up my career, you know, but I still, like I said, I'm a still tour DJ, and you might catch me at a couple, you know, events here and there, but nothing, no club shit no more, and just doing my radio thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've been seeing you working Dredge record for us up there, the Chief record. Appreciate that, man.
Oh yeah. Shout out, you know, I fought with a lot of artists, man. That's the thing. I just like to see people win generally, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been with Burga in First Class for a couple of years. I toured with Coast to Coast for a whole year, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. I had a great one with them. Met a lot of amazing people going across the country. Shout out to my dog Big DM and Kingpin and all them. You know, we had a real good run out there. And then when I came on tour, they kind of just picked me up, and I just really been working with them almost exclusively, but you know, still just doing, you know, trying to help people on the side and do what I do, man. I'm just blessed, man, honestly, bro. Like, I'm just humble, I'm blessed. I just like to see people win, so I don't mind just, you know, trying to help where I can, you know what I mean?
See, that breeds longevity. A lot of people don't understand that when you're genuine, it reeks off you. When you're not, it reeks off you even worse. You know what I'm saying? Being humble and having that grinder mentality is what keeps you here. You know what I'm saying? And me as a younger DJ watching you for years, man, I remember I met you at man, rest in peace, Bankroll Fresh's meet and greet with Bigger.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And
that was that was Bankroll Fresh. That was Lucci too, wasn't it? Was Lucci there that time or no?
Nah, I think it was just I don't remember. I think it was just him and I think it was Rubber Band OG, I think. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think so. But even from back then, you know what I'm saying? Like, the first thing you did when you see me was hand me the DVD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You
like,
know,
a lot of DJs don't do that no more. When even then, you know what I'm saying? Like,
my thing is, like, I came up like really from nothing. You know what I mean? And I mean in the DJ business. I'm in the DJ business. I just kind of created my own way. You know, it wasn't too many DJs that really showed me the way, or, you know what I mean? It was only a couple of them, and they was really like techno DJs. They really wasn't no hip hop DJs showing me the game like that. You know, I just really learned on my own, and I'm a real big supporter of DJs. It's just my thing. Like, I just, you know, I like giving advice, helping DJs out, you know, over the years. So my thing is, I always just try to show love and reach back. You know what I mean? Because nobody did that for me. So I always told myself, you know what I mean?
I'm telling you, my come up the same thing. No one gave me the time of day. You had to make your own way.
Yeah.
And now, you know, I'm blessed to say I'm booked up, you know, and hey, that's just how, you know. And something you said about DJs, that you'll be surprised what you do. You know, people will be surprised what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't realize what a lot of behind the scenes shit we actually do.
Yeah. A lot, man. It's a lot. You know, I tell people you gotta find your niche. You know what I mean? And then you gotta reinvent yourself every so many years. You know, you can't just always stay doing the same thing. Like, when I was doing mixtapes, I feel like I was at the top of my game. You know what I'm saying? When I was doing you know, mixed DVDs, I was at the top of my game. I feel like whatever I did it. I put my all into it, and I did it the best I could. And you know, my advice to a lot of DJs or anybody, just keep reinventing yourself and be a person that seeks information, because it's some people out here lost in the sauce. Like, they don't understand this tech. Just like how we doing this interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't even know, like, you know, some people probably can't even make this happen, and it's probably fairly simple, but people get, you just gotta, like, you gotta constantly be trying to get information, man. Information is key, man. It's key to advancement. It's to the future, man. So don't get lost in the sauce, man, and always learn, man. And that's even for artists too. Like, artists got to just learn, man. They got to learn how to do some shit themselves, man. They can't just always depend on paying somebody else. Like you could pay many people as you want to pay to do whatever they do, but you still got to be an artist putting in that work yourself.
Right. You can't cheat the grind either. They think just because they're paying somebody, they're gonna grind for them. And you know,
you can't. I mean, it's cool. It's cool to pay people. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. But you won't see no real results if you not putting your 2 feet into it. You know what I mean?
Right.
People wanna, you know, not just see the people that's promoting the artists. People want to see the artists too. They want to see the artists is actually putting in that.
Definitely, yeah.
And that's why
the artists stand out. The ones that are and the ones that ain't, you don't hear about them no more.
Yeah, that's why I respect Burga so much, man. Cause he work hard and he stay in tune. You know what I mean?
How'd y'all link up?
I've known Burga for years.
Yeah,
I've known Burga for probably forever, man. I mean, you know, at least 10, 15 years now. I know Burga for a minute, man. You know, he was C. Wakely used to manage him. I remember Big C.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know, so you know, I've been on him for a minute, so it's nothing new. I hosted some tapes with him, and I always supported his music. You know what I mean? And you know, Burga just hollered at his people and was like, "Look, man, you know, I need Winn part of this situation." You know what I mean? So they came to me, and you know, and we working. You know what I mean? And I believe in them. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I mean, I believe in it. You know what I mean?
It starts with that. You got to believe in what you're doing. If not, it ain't gonna make sense.
Exactly.
No. What's your favorite mixtape you've hosted?
Man,
I'll make you think now, Winn.
No, you ain't gonna make me think. You ain't gonna make me think, cause I mean, off top, the first one I'll probably say like, I did one with Rich Homie, man. That was dope. I did one with Lil Flip. Me and Lil Flip did a whole little exclusive.
Shout out to Lil Flip.
As mixtape, like that shit hard, man. But my favorite one, man, I ain't gonna lie, gotta be Mook Boy, man. Mook. And the reason why is cause how that tape was done.
Shout out to Santana Banger too.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Shout out to Santana.
You coming out here this week.
Man, for a producer to be able to take music from some, you know, a phone and actually taking tracks and producing and making it sound like it's not on no phone.
Santana's different, man.
Yeah, he raw. So that tape got to be my favorite because the way it was made, and not just the way it was made, man. Just the response I got from that, man. Like that tape,
that shit was crazy. Yeah, I remember.
That tape really did a lot for me, man. I appreciate Rod. I appreciate Mook, them from always you know, giving me that opportunity, and not just that, like. They always fuck with me, even to this day. Like it's all love. If I need something, man, so just a call away. You know what I mean? And not many artists, you know, like that. You know what I mean? So,
they get all Hollywood and shit, and
shit change.
Yeah, definitely. And I've seen you've helped break a lot of artists. You know what I'm saying? Like that went mainstream. Name some of them for the people that's watching that. You know what I'm saying? Like getting in tune with you now, maybe out of stage.
Yeah, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna say I broke them. I'm gonna say I helped the process.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's not a break. Yeah, of course.
Process. You know, just pretty much everybody, man, that came this way, like, cause, you know, when Bigger really started his street and greets, like we was doing shit before this, it was even called a street and greet. We was doing meet and greets. You know what I mean? Before he even called it that, you know, we was doing, you know, and I would help him set a few up, and he would go to different cities with different DJs, and they would help him set some. So, you know, like pretty much everybody, like, I mean, like from Bankroll Fresh to 2 Chainz to Gotti to Lucci to, I mean, you know, pretty much everybody. Lil Baby, you know, I was really working with Lil Baby pretty early, and not necessarily him per se, even though, you know, that's why I always tell people, man, like it's good to build with the artist, but build with that management. You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
it's gonna be more in tune to what you got going on and what you're doing. You know what I mean? So, shout out to Baby Jade. She connected me with the management pretty early because when I heard his music, I just knew it was it. So I was able to reach out and build that relationship with him and his management team early. You know, I put a lot of people on that record, man. On that my dog record. Like I put Secret on it in Polk County. I put Big Dog them down on it down at the hall. Like I just put a lot of people on records, man.
Yeah.
Like
out this way, that was a record that really grew, but it was really up to the DJs out here to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? So
that's why a lot of promoters really booked me, man. Probably in the last 5-6 years, like last 7 years, like they was booking me because I played new music.
And they don't understand that that's what you got to do. That old shit, at the end of the day, they used to hearing that.
Yeah. See, they booked me because, like I said, because they knew they like, man, we ain't gonna come in here and play that new shit. So now we know who to go book because we ain't gonna come play that new shit and help put that new shit on the crowd. You know, nothing against the resident DJs who, you know what I mean, who doing their thing, but you know, is it like sometimes DJs get comfortable and end up playing, you know what they're gonna play, you know what they're gonna say, how they gonna say it. And that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes DJs got to learn to get out their comfort zone. You know what I mean? So I always stay booked because, honestly, I truly believe because I would come in and play independent music from like, even like Drez Deshawn. I was probably the first one to play him down my way. And I really just pushed and not only just play the record in the clubs, like I would send records to DJs. Like, hey, bro,
push the record.
Y'all need to be on this. And that's part of breaking a record, not just.
That's what separates DJs, bro. That's what separates DJs.
And that's like people be like, it'll be like an artist that'll say, man, hey, I want to shout out such and such DJ for breaking my record. And all that DJ did was play him that night in the club. And that's cool that the DJ did that. But a real part of breaking the record is playing that shit all the time when the artist's not there, running that shit back, talking.
Not there is key.
That's one part to it. The other part to it is sending out the record, standing behind the record, calling DJs saying, hey, bro, but you heard this new record? Like this, you need to be on it. You know, that's really breaking records to me personally.
Right. No, you got to, and that's the thing. DJs that's watching, you got to break records. If you're in the city, if you're in one particular city, you got to get in tune with the artist that's popping in that city. Like, for example, out here where I'm at, I'm in Ocala. Meal Ticket, Young Flex, both on your album. The two most requested artists from here to Gainesville.
Yes, sir.
For itself. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kirby.
Yes, sir.
Man. Shout out to Rod. You know what I mean? It speaks for itself. You know what I mean? Speaking about that album, very dope album, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I just want to say this before we get in the album. You know, we in the technology day, man, era these days. So, you know, the artists these days don't really respect the DJs like they used to because they feel like they don't DJs. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day,
right,
which is cool. And I'm gonna go back to this. That's why I say always learn to advance, always learn to grow, always learn to reinvent yourself. So when times like this come, you can stay relevant in some kind of way. If you look at my whole career, I always found a way to reinvent myself and do something different. When I was done with the mixtape game, when I was done with the mixed DVDs game, I went to something else. I put out me a documentary.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If people really know me, I really have put out that On the Grind DVD. That was really the first one I put out. It really wasn't a documentary. It was just showing my work.
Okay.
You know what I mean? CDs was still around then, but I had spent my own money. Like I set up my own tour and went around for like 2 whole weeks straight and doing just straight promoting my documentary. I mean that On the Grind DVD, you know, just and giving away merch. Like, and at first I was like, man, I don't know, this shit gonna pay off. But you know, sometimes we get to working so hard and we be like, damn, ain't nothing happening. Right. And then all of a sudden the shit really, if you sit back and just be patient and have faith, you'll start to see that work is paying off. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna, you know, hold you long on that, but I just want to say, like, that's why it's important to reinvent yourself. Right. That's why it's important to always be learning so you can stay ahead of the curve. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Ahead of the curve. You're right on that one, brother. You're right. You know what I'm saying? And you, in this day and age, bro, the attention span is so small, so short.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? That they're ready to move on to the next thing like that.
I mean, my attention span is short just listening to a record. I can listen to a record for 30 seconds and feel like if I'm be able to tell you if I fuck with it or not.
I'm telling you, sometimes even 20.
Exactly.
I mean, so yeah, you know, and then being a DJ as well, you know, we hear a lot of music. You know what I'm saying? We got tons of artists trying to cram their music in our ear. And it's the artists sometimes don't understand that if it's hot, we're gonna come to you. You don't gotta do the most. You don't gotta in this day and age too, bro, the game has a lot of feelings. Self-entitlement.
Definitely that. But you know, artists these days, honestly, I'm gonna just keep it real. Like, to me, they don't give a fuck about the DJs. They don't give a fuck about DJs. They almost don't even give a fuck about being on radio no more. And what they don't realize, people still listen to radio. You still touching a big fan base.
With the whole streaming.
If I'm playing your song on the radio and somebody riding down the street, they might like the song. They might go Shazam it just to see who it is. Now you got some streams. So, you know, radio to me is still valuable. It's still important.
Absolutely.
The DJ to me is still important, but the artists these days, they don't give a fuck. They just feel like, fuck it, I'm finna get hot. I'm finna shoot me these videos. I'm gonna show me some money. I'm gonna do some wild shit, and I'm gonna get on.
You know, sometimes it be the guidance that they don't have either. You know what I'm saying? They don't got somebody in their pocket telling them, hey, you're moving wrong. Hey, you're doing this. You should be doing. They don't got that. And so you can't fault them for that, but you can't fault them at the same time.
What works for one person might not work for the next. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you got to find your niche. You know what I mean? But, you know, it just is what it is, man. You know, you just got to keep pushing regardless. You know what I mean? No matter what you're doing, DJ, producer, you know, you got to just keep pushing no matter what you're doing, man.
Got to. So we're talking about the album, right?
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite track on the album? I'm pretty sure the whole body of work is your favorite, but you know, something that might stick out.
I like the last song on there, man. I like the song "Blood" I did with Bloody J. The Winn record that sticks out to me. Small City Dreams with Burga sticks out to me. Obviously the song I did with Hard Target and Struggle. You know, out of the whole album, like them dudes there really showed me love, man. Like my first record I recorded was with for that album really was with Rod Wave. That was the first record I had. When I went to release it, I couldn't release it because I couldn't get clearance on the record. So I couldn't put it out, you know what I'm saying? But that was really the first one I did. But the one that means the most to me because of the artist supported it all the way through, it's really streaming the best right now. It is that song I did with Struggle, and it's not even in the in Hard Target. It's not even it's rap music, but it's like in a different lane of music.
Yeah. You got to be a fan of music to really understand some certain records.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to everybody, man. Like, you know, that whole process took me like almost 2 years, a year and a half to put together. I was going to ask you next. Yeah. The process took me about a year and a half because when I did the record with Rod, my initial intention was to put Wife and Lucci on there, you know, Rich Homie Quan. I had talked to both of them. Both of them said, "Win, I got you," and both of them never end up doing nothing. But that's just part of the game.
Yeah, it's part of the game, man.
Discouraged me. I ain't gonna lie, it discouraged me. So I kind of just
human, bro. You're human. You know what I'm saying?
I know what I'm saying, but I stopped working on the project. Like I just left it alone. Like fuck it, I ain't even gonna do nothing with it. You know what I mean? And then about 6 months went by, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just pick the song back up. So I grabbed the song. I put Kaylin for real on there, and I put Jay Green from Fort Pierce on there. We did the record, sung the record to Rod. Rod was like, you know, he fucked with the record. I did the promo. He even shared it on social media, like tagged me. He was like, man, when we gonna drop this record? Yeah. And I was like, yeah, you know, I want to shoot the video. You know what I mean? But at the time, I ain't know that his manager wasn't his manager no more. You get what I'm saying? So I was trying to set up the video, not knowing the whole time I really wasn't gonna be able to set it up. I should have just said let's release it then when he tagged me in it. Like let's drop it now. Go and get that motherfucker out. You know what I mean? But you know, I respect the game, man. You know, so anyway, when I went to put out the record, you know, it was issues with the record, so I couldn't put it out. But that never stopped me, man. So I just kind of picked up the work from then, and shout out to everybody on the album. Gas Face 1600, he on the legendary, the intro. He from Sarasota. Shout out Meal Ticket, obviously from Ocala. Shout out Tony Boy and Jimbo World. You know,
yes, sir.
Jimbo World from down my way. They gave me a dope song. Shout out C Bane from Tampa, man. He kind of underrated to me, but he hard. Like, he hard, bro. That dude gonna make it.
He underrated. He is very underrated. C-Bane is very dope.
Man, that dude gonna make it, man. I got nothing but respect for him. Him, OT, and Frenchie on the record. You know, Burga blessed me with a record. Like I said, Hard Target, Struggle. Shout out to Slugger from Clearwater. Like, I've been fucking with him forever. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shout out my dog Six Cole from Melbourne, man. Dude's a amazing artist. You know what I'm saying? Tom G, Mook Boy blessed me with a song. Project Youngin, you know, blessed me with something nice. Shout out to Lil Bike. He jumped on there.
Yes, sir.
I actually had what's the name was originally on that record, but I just wanted to go with what I thought best fit the record. You know what I mean? So I went with Lil Bike on that one, and then shout out Road Boy.
Yeah.
Boy, Road Boy on there, Flex on the record, and Burga on the record. Now that was the second record I actually recorded, believe it or not. I've been working with Road Boy for a minute, like supporting them. You know what I mean? Working with him behind the scenes, like whatever I could do for him, type shit. Playing him on the just showing love. You know, to see him get into a decent situation with the 1017.
Shout out to WAP.
Oh, man, yeah. So, you know, I'm actually working on the deluxe. The deluxe is about half done. I'm doing about 6 songs. We 3 in the hole right now. So I'm finna go ahead. I feel like, you know, I'm just following trend with that. It just everybody doing it
right now. Everybody.
Yeah, so I'm just
like one extra song and the deluxe.
Yeah, you know, normally I don't necessarily go with the trend, but I'm like, fuck it. Let me just slide. I'm gonna just go with it. So the deluxe on the way.
That goes back to what you were saying about staying with the times.
Exactly.
No, what DJ's doing that right now? What DJ's putting out an album right now? You're making them you're making them get on their shit right now.
Yeah. So I got I mean, shout out DJ Shab, man. He put one out a couple years ago, man. Shout out Shab.
Shout out Spinatic too. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Yeah, shout out to Spinatic. Yeah, he I was trying to do it back then, but you know, it's like when you want to do something, and that's even with the documentary. Like before I put the documentary out, I've been wanting to do it.
Yeah.
Tell people timing is everything.
You just took the words out of my mouth, bro.
Yeah, when Spinatic was putting his shit out, I was trying to do it too, but everything wasn't lining up. See, when shit meant to happen, it'll line up.
Damn right.
Go. Even if you got to work at it, when it's ready to go, it'll line up. So yeah, shout out to him. He put a phenomenal album together, man. Yep. You know, Bankroll on there, Plies on there. I think Rich the Kid
on there, Kevin Gates. Yeah, Kevin
Gates. Yeah. He put it amazing. You know, it just you know, us just being DJs, man, without having that big budget, man, to really push the shit how we want to.
It goes to show you how much the artists fuck with you, though. You know what I'm saying? It just goes back to showing how much the artists appreciate the DJs and what they've done for them. Yeah.
I mean, even then, like, you know, like everybody who jumped on my album, bro, like even to all the way to the beats, you know what I mean? Shout out Shaq D. He produced a lot of the records. Shout out Jack, produced by Jack. He from out of Arizona. He did a record on there. Who else got on there? Shout out Lamb Beats. Lamb signed with Lil Durk them. OTF not that long ago, man. Yeah, I got a song with he produced a song with Road Boy. Shout out to all the producers who really just came and blessed me on Synchro Beats. I believe he out of Tallahassee, man. Just shout out everybody that came and blessed me. You know, at the end of the day, I'm just taking producers and people that I believe in. You know what I'm saying? And artists that I'm who fucking beat at the same time. So everybody on the album, like, they just came and did their shit for me, man. Like, they blessed me. We did everything on the back end, which was a major blessing. You know what I mean? So, you know, I appreciate everybody who was part of my project, man. Everybody who part of the deluxe, because the deluxe gonna be nice now. I'm working. You feel me? So, you know, but the shit wasn't easy. I can tell you that. It was a lot of ups and downs, but I had so much shit. Like, even with the documentary, it was a learning curve. Putting it together was like cool. And then after putting it together, it was a couple of issues. And then once I got it all the way together, putting it out and distributing it was a whole nother ball game. Like, I had to learn shit. Like, it took me 6 months after it was done to find out how to distribute it. And then here we are, like 3 years later, the distributing company who I went through went out of business. So they took everything down to anybody was with them. So I finally just put it on YouTube for free. I'm like, fuck it. If I would have thought about it, I would have just put it on YouTube from day one, honestly. You know what I mean? So, you know, it ain't no pressure, you know what I mean? But the shit motivational. So with the music shit, like, I recommend anybody, a DJ, an artist, man, get you an entertainment lawyer.
For real.
Put one on retainer. Make sure your business together, man. Handle your business, your paperwork. Even if you vibing in the studio with somebody and they do that, man, make sure y'all get that paperwork right. You know what I mean? You know, I know a lot of people don't want to fuck up the vibe, you know what I mean, when you in there working shit, but you got to make sure that shit y'all on the same page with that. You know, that's it, man. I'm blessed, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, even though I wasn't able to put the Raw Wave record on there, I'm very happy about the album, man. I'm proud of it, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man, because I know what it took to even get it together. You know what I mean? So now I'm trying to shoot all the videos. I'm trying to shoot every song. So I got 2 done, shooting a video next week, and we just gonna keep shooting till they done, and then we gonna shoot all the deluxes too, because at the end of the day, like, it's a content-based world.
Exactly. I say that shit all the time. You gotta give content, no matter how many people see it at that moment. It's there. They're gonna see it later on. You know what I'm saying? It's like me with this podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take one of these episodes to hit, and they're gonna go back and watch every single one. That's how
exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
That's how I got in. That's how I got into Big Facts with Scream and banking them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I seen it by accident. I seen one episode. So, oh shit! Went back and seen it had 100 more. You know what I mean? But that's how it goes, man. That's definitely how it goes. When I appreciate you coming on here, man. You know what I'm saying? For those, you know what I'm saying, that are watching maybe out of state and other side of the world, let them know where they can find you at. You can follow you, your music, everything, man.
Instagram, man. DJ Winn, Instagram, man. You know, I'm humble as fuck, so it is what it is. You know, a lot of people, I ain't gonna hold you up, man, but a lot of people,
you good, bro.
A lot of people be DMing me and shit, man. You know, everybody want love, man. Everybody want me to hear their record. Everybody want me to do that. I'm a humble ass dude, and I try to get as many people as I can, but you know, can't help the whole world at once, man. You know, my advice to artists, man, like, don't be scared to, like, stay on top of a DJ or not even just a DJ, anybody who you want to hear your record. Like, if somebody don't say, okay, I'm gonna go listen to it now, don't give up and don't
think your feelings either though. Don't think they hating on you automatically. That's the first thing that they think. Oh, you hating on me. Oh, right. You want to fuck with me.
But don't they got to cut all that. They got to cut. I'm giving them game right now how to really do it. That's what I'm really doing. So you really need to be paying attention.
Oh, for real.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Don't give up, man. But don't have a fucked up in your feelings attitude. Just like, you know what? I'm gonna keep trying, and I respect all the artists who humbly keep trying, because I'm eventually, you know, if you working hard, you're gonna grab attention. And
for real, that leads back to what I said. If you hot, we're gonna come to you. That's our job as DJs. You know what I'm saying? One thing before you go, talk to me about the Win Week. I know with COVID and all this shit going on, I might.
I honestly ain't did Win Week in a few years, boss. I did about 6 years and just let it go, man, cause
Yeah, no, I was saying, like, talk to me about it. Like, what made you even want to, you know what I'm saying? Because that's definitely something that people remember you for that to this day, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you know, shit, I can't lie. I liked it what DJ Demp with them was doing. You know what I mean? So I was like, shit.
Shout out to Demp, for sure.
Yeah, we need something like this in my city. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to bring the artists in the music industry to my city, to fuck with the artists in my city. You know what I mean? Yep. And even if it was other artists coming in, just building that, let the artists build relationships with each other, let the DJs build relationships with each other. So, you know, but it just became a lot of work because I'm just one of them people, bro. And this is the bad trait I got. You know what I mean? I can admit to my flaws is that, and this is probably one of my big fuck ups in the game, man, is that I don't let many people help me because I just got bad trust issues. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I feel like I need to be there hands on to make sure it's gonna get done right. You know what I mean? And that's a bad flaw because I can tell you it takes a team in anything you do. It takes a team. It's never I. It never could be one person. It takes a team to make that shit run smooth. And that was my thing about the Win Week. I just had the mentality I was gonna do it myself. Every year I would put out 35,000 flyers. Yeah. Myself. In my car riding around. You know what I'm saying?
I remember you used to post videos and shit of you doing it, man. I remember.
It was crazy, bro. I put a lot of work in, but you know, if I would have took it back, I would have let, and people offered to help. They were like, Win, man, let me, you know what I mean? And I would be like, no, I'm good. You know what I mean? So that's probably my downfall. Like, you know, everybody ain't gonna be good for you, but at some point you gotta allow people to come in, teach them the game. Real. You know what I mean? For real. So that was my fault. But you know, I had a couple little situations towards the end of the Win Week that just really discouraged. Like the last one I did, just really kind of discouraged me. And that's why I was like, fuck it, man. I just let that shit go. People be in my city, like, and people that I know, they be like, man, Win, you need to go and bring it back. We'll help you do it. You know what I mean? Now everybody want to, you know, they want to put something into it. I was actually going to try to do it this year. This was going to be the year that I was going to bring it back, but the COVID fucked that up.
That's what I'm saying. I had a feeling, bro. I had a feeling when I was asking you this.
Yeah, this was going to be the year I was going to bring it back because I actually was going to let everybody come support it. I was going to bring some DJs together and just make it, not even make it a Win Week. Make that shit like, just come up with something, and then we all come together every year and do it. You know what I mean? Because it's not just about me. You know what I mean? I just like to see my city, my area win, and you know, we winning right now. St. Pete winning, Tampa winning, Florida winning, everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? So you know,
I was on Florida like a motherfucker right now, man. More than ever, man.
Yeah. Been on us for a minute. You know, I get calls from the major labels, man. They call me. I get them calls, man. They be like, you know, what about this person?
What's going on there? What's going on out there? Because they know, but at the end of the day, artists is listening. Remember this. They're watching. Their job is to watch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Their job is to find you and bring you to us and ask, you know what I'm saying? And ask us about what's going on down there. How the buzz, you know, come on. So at the end of the day, if you hot, it's gonna sell us.
Exactly, but hey, I still do my give backs in the community. I still do my turkey drive. This will be 10 years this year that I'm gonna do my turkey drive, and we still doing, you know, giving back to the community, you know, and we just trying to make a positive impact on life, man. Life's short, man. With everything that's going on, you know, you got to take it one day at a time, man. You know, keep pushing, man. That's it, man.
All we can do, bro.
So keep doing what you're doing too, boss. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. Appreciate it.
What you doing gonna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's why I kind of started my platform. I really started it like
Win or Lose TV, right? That's what.
I started it like a year ago. About a little over a year ago, I started it. But I just had the idea like I was making a spinoff of my documentary because it was Win or Lose the DJ Winn story. So I was like, fuck, take that and make Win or Lose TV. And then, so I remember I had interviewed, I think Road Boy was one of the first ones. So I interviewed Road Boy, Mook Boy, and Jay Green, you know what I mean? But I was, and Project Youngin, but I was setting up studio time and going to the studio. So it was just too much, you know what I'm saying, going on. So I kind of let it go. And then Showtime, shout out Showtime. Showtime hit me up in February. He like, Winn, man, we need to do a podcast. So I was like, man, we need to do a podcast called The Troublemakers. He was one of me, him, and the girl Christina. So I was cool. He was like, find a little spot, you know what I mean, in your area where we could just go to somebody's podcast. But I was telling them, like, that's cool. But I said, fuck it, let's just build our own shit.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So I was like, fuck it. We just, you know, me and my partner, Dreadlock Esco, you know what I'm saying, my dog from St. Pete, we just put the money up and we built the podcast. But Showtime, he still ain't came in and did his show yet, you know what I mean, The Troublemakers. So, you know, he been busy doing his thing. So, but we just kept on with the Win or Lose TV. So we just trying to do what you doing and build a platform. So when they come to Florida, they gotta come see you. When they come to Florida, they gotta come see us. You know what I mean?
Right.
But we just trying to build something, man. Shout out to everybody out there doing their thing, man. Like, it's room for everybody to eat. It's room for everybody to work in the industry, man. It's all about supporting each other, man. And I appreciate you reaching out to me to get on here, man. Straight up.
You coming on here, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, like I said, you were requested to come on here, so I had to reach out, man. And you know, and people watching right now, you know, they may look at you and be like, you know, and they see you, they might be even scared to come approach you. I get it all the time too. The DJs, they're arrogant. Nah, you gotta hear what you're saying right now, because you're basically telling them you're fucking with them.
I get it all the time. They be, you know, at the end of the day, like, people don't understand. Like, you know, 8 years ago, my mom was murdered, right?
Rest in peace. I seen that in a documentary. Yeah, I tell you right now, man, I put that made, I had to get quiet for a second and pause it, bro, because man.
But you know, so you don't know what people going through. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, for almost, it been 8 years. This year was 8 years, but about a good 6 or 7 of them years, man, it was some tough fucking years.
Bro, let me tell you something. I don't know how, and that's something I wanted to tell to your face. I don't know how you could do it, bro. Because bro, listen.
I can tell you how. I mean, I ain't trying to be funny. I tell you, man, God, man, it's all God.
No, facts. Yeah, you know, of course, man. Of course.
God brought me through everything in my whole life. So, you know, without God, I wouldn't be here. So, I give all the thanks to God, man. So, but, you know, I had some rough years, you know what I'm saying? But people always like, I'm unapproachable, you know what I mean? They might just see how I'm looking, and they be like, man, he got an attitude, or, oh, man, I'm scared to go talk to him. But honestly, once you get to know me, you're going to be like, boy, we're a cool-ass motherfucker, man. Hell, you know, but...
You had a bad day, you know what I'm saying? Something may be on your mind that moment. You don't know, man.
Well, I went through a good amount of years, you know what I mean, where life was a roller coaster, like holidays, Mother's Day, my mama's birthday, the month she got killed. So, I mean, I was going up and down on a roller coaster just trying to figure life out, but I didn't quit. And that was the key. Most people might have quit. I never quit. I just went hard. Like, I always tell people, like,
motivated you, brother. You use that used it.
The first 4 years after it happened, I probably did about 8 years worth of work. That's how hard I was just fucking going and going. Like,
I can imagine, yeah.
And people be like, they be like, you don't know how I be doing it now, because I just don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all I know. That's all I love, man. I'm just trying to win. And if I don't ever become a multi-millionaire off it, I don't even care really, man, because I'm able to provide for myself. I'm blessed, and I do it because I love it.
Right.
I do it because I love it.
And you got a good resume at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? To this day now, if you decided to say, fuck it, throw the towel completely, come on, man. There's a lot of DJs that wouldn't even come up halfway. And that's, you know what I'm saying? This is for one of the up-and-coming ones telling you this. You know what I mean? So, for sure, bro. You definitely put a stamp for Florida, definitely in the DJ game. So I appreciate you coming out here, man. You know what I'm saying? I respect grinders, and I bring only grinders on here.
You know, and the thing is, too, and I'm going to let you close your session out, but this is the thing, too, now. I want to let motherfuckers know, like, I've been really wanting to say this, too, man, like, a lot lately. So I'm going to say it on your platform. Like, people don't understand me. Like, I'm not scared to work. Yeah. I don't give a fuck how big my name is. I don't give a fuck what I done did in the past. I don't give a fuck what I done did yesterday. It's about what you doing now and what you're going to do moving forward.
Talk it.
I'm the motherfucker. I grind. You might see me in the studio working with whoever, and then guess what? The next day you gonna see me in the hood filming a video for somebody, or shoot cap in the studio. Like, I ain't scared to put in that work. Like, I'm never too good
to put in the work. Yeah, that's right.
The thing, you got to keep that humble mentality. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's why I got the longevity I got, because I never let this shit get to me, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck about my name like that, far as in like in my popular, unpopular. Listen, I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to help other people win. I'm trying to just, you know what I'm saying, stay humble at this whole whatever God got for me type thing. You get what I'm saying? So to me, people just need to know, like, I grind. I ain't Hollywood to do nothing. I don't give a fuck what a bitch got to see. I pick up a camera, film, I edit, man. I'm a jack of all trades, bro. I do all my own motion graphics. I do all that shit you see online, bro. I do all my own shit, bro. I do all my own filming. I do all my own editing, man. I try to learn how to do shit, bro, because shit costs in the music game.
Yeah,
if you want to try to learn to cut corners and not have to spend every little penny and learn how to learn something so you can make some money, you got to be willing to learn some shit, bro. So I taught myself all this shit, man. YouTube University, man, is out there for everybody. Too much information, man. People just need to learn information. So I didn't really want to say that, man. Stay on your fucking grind. Keep fucking working, man. And don't feel like you too good to put in the work. Period, bro. Because I ain't never too good to work. I wouldn't give a fuck. They be like, damn, that's Winn out there. The man out there with a camera running in the hot sun. Yeah, that's me.
Goddamn right.
I want it just as bad today as I did yesterday. I want it just as bad today as I did 10 years ago, because that's just who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
I appreciate you, man, having me on here, man. Anybody want to fuck with me, just hit me up on Instagram. That's probably the best spot. I be on there more than anything. You know what I mean? And don't ever quit, man. Y'all just keep working out there, man. Stay grinding, man. And keep doing your thing, my brother.
Same to you, my brother. I appreciate you coming on here again. Like I said, Winn, man. It is Damage Control Podcast, man. Winn, like I said, bless up, bro. Keep working. You already know what it is. We out.
That's what it is.
My brother.